Good morning, everyone. Thank you all for being here to celebrate the life of Li Qin. My name is Shilong, and I'm deeply honored to lead the service today. I'm a friend of Li Qin's family, and I saw glimpses of her warmth and humor that clearly meant so much to all of us. Li Qin was a loving wife, devoted mother, nurturing grandmother, and a caring friend whose love and legacy shine through everyone here. Today, we'll share stories and memories to honor the incredible woman she was. First, on behalf of Lai family, I welcome you and thank you sincerely for being here with us today as we gather to honor and remember the beautiful life of Mrs. Li Qin. Your presence means a great deal and a reflection of the love respect, and friendship that she so generously gave throughout her life. To begin this memorial service, I now ask that we all please rise for a moment of silence. A time to remember Mrs. Li Qin in our hearts and to offer her our thoughts, our love, and our prayers. Thank you. Please be seated. At this time, I would like to briefly introduce the close family members who are with us today. Li Qin's beloved husband, Dr. Fangming Lai. Li Qin's son, Jonathan Lai, and daughter-in-law, Tiffany Lai, and 3 grandchildren, Jackson, Blakely, and Kennedy. Li Qin's daughter, Amy Lai, and son-in-law, George Story. Other extended family members attending today's service are Mr. Eddie Story, Mrs. Sandy Story, Fangming's niece, Dr. Junxia Wang, and family member Liang Cao and Julia Cao. Dr. Fangming Lai's another niece, Dr. Ya Liu, Mrs. Erin Cho, Mr. Ryan Pang, and Mrs. Erica Pang. Life is short, but also the journey is long. It's a journey across the Pacific Ocean that Li Qin just come from the northwest of China, Xinjiang, and to Canada, and then finally settled here in the United States. Life is long, and with a long journey that Li Qin served as a elementary teacher and a doctor, is a physician doctor, and also served as a restaurant owner in Canada, and so the housewife in the United States. So this journey is long, but also this journey is short. The short because there's not enough time to stay with family members. So now, to help us better understand and remember the beautiful journey of Li Qin's life, we will now hear from 2 of Li Qin's beloved children who will share personal memories and heartfelt words in honor of their mother. First, we welcome Jonathan, son.
Good morning, and thank you all for being here today to celebrate the life of my mom, Li Qing. Everyone here knew bits and pieces of my mom's story, and you might have picked that up through long walks through the tobacco trail with her, or maybe you went on vacation together, or maybe you might have even been the subject of one of her silly and harmless practical jokes that she loved to play. I was grateful to have mom for 41 and a half years. And today, I'd like to tell a few stories about the long arc of my mom's life that really exemplify who she was. The first story I'd like to share today is about how we almost didn't make it to North Carolina at all if one small thing happened differently back in 1989. And in order to tell this story, first, let me tell you a little bit about my mom's early childhood. You see, my mom was born in 1956 in Yining, Xinjiang, China. For those who are not familiar, this is way out there in northwest China, almost near the border of Kazakhstan. Growing up, my mom was the eldest of 4 children, and of course, like many of the aunties and uncles here, she helped to care for her siblings. But what my mom told me stories about her childhood was how mischievous she was. As a matter of fact, she bragged that she was the best tree climber in her entire neighborhood. She said there was no tree that she couldn't climb. In college, my mom studied traditional Chinese medicine, and after graduating, she practiced for a number of years. In the late 70s, she met my dad, they started dating, they fell in love, and they got married. By the end of 1983, I was born. Okay, so with that context out of the way, let me now tell you about what happened in 1989. You see, in 1989, my mom and I were still living in Xinjiang, China, but my dad was now in Canada. You see, through a series of lucky and unexpected events, my dad qualified for a visiting scholars program to come to Canada, where he would study for a few years and then eventually go back to China. So he left in 1987. By 1989, after he got settled in, my mom was also allowed to go visit him for a short period of time. The one stipulation of the trip was that I was not allowed to go. You could say it was an insurance policy that my parents would eventually return back to China. Behind the scenes, my parents tried every which way to get an exemption so that I could also go with them, but they were unsuccessful. Logically, what I should have done is go live with my grandparents for a short period of time so that my mom could take a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. And I really mean that. As someone who grew up in Xinjiang, she never dreamed of leaving the country. So it was a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for her to leave the country and go be with my dad for a while. But you see, I had different plans in mind. At the time, I was around 4 or 5, similar to my son Jackson, who's in the audience today. And the story goes, I sat my mom down, I looked her in the eye, and I told her, Mom, I can't live without you. I can't go on without you. And she told me that tugged at her heartstrings so much that she decided that she would forego her entire trip if I was not allowed to go. So, why do I tell you this story? Well, my mom was the definition of selfless. She made decisions on what was best for the family, and she was always willing to sacrifice for the family. She did it very early on, and she did it throughout in her entire life. Sitting here in North Carolina, so what happened is behind the scenes, my parents kept on trying, and through sheer will, they found a way for me to join them. So in the spring of 1989, my mom and I boarded a plane and we flew to Guelph, Ontario, Canada, where we were reunited with my dad. Okay, I want to tell you another story now about my mom, and this is about how she decided to open her own restaurant. So after our short stay in Canada, we were supposed to go back in China, but through another series of unexpected and lucky events, we were actually allowed to stay. And so we stayed in Canada. My sister Amy was then born, we got our Canadian citizenship, and instead of going back to China, we and then moved to Colorado for a few years. And then after that, we moved to Saskatoon, Saskatchewan. Along each step of the way, my dad was doing his graduate studies. And as a graduate student, you get a meager stipend, and that barely helped make ends meet. So my mom, being the woman that she was, from very early on, put her own career on hold to work all these odd end jobs on evenings and weekends so that she could really help us make ends meet. And that included working at a clothing factory where she sewed the pockets onto work uniforms, as well as ironing clothes on weekends for wealthy families, babysitting, and even doing food prep at a Chinese restaurant where in the evening she would go and help make egg rolls all through the night. There was nothing that my mom wouldn't do to help her family. The problem was, by the time that we got to Saskatoon, she couldn't find work. And instead of just accepting that fate, my mom took matters into her own hands. You see, she and my dad started scouting restaurant locations. They decided they were going to open a restaurant if she couldn't find work. And mind you, that our family has never been in the restaurant business, so this is way outside of my mom's comfort zone. Anyways, they found a location that was shuttered, and they went and bought restaurant equipment like refrigerators and tables and linens and utensils. They created a menu. They named the restaurant Temperance Cafe, and we opened our doors in the late 90s. I believe it was around 97 or so. Very quickly, my mom built a very loyal customer base who would come in for her coffee and eggs and burgers and fries and standard American fare. But within a short amount of time, we had these Chinese exchange students who were at the local university who started coming by. And they told my mom, i.e., we enjoy your burgers, but we really miss some good Chinese food. Can you make us something? And my mom, who always went above and beyond to help others, started making them handmade dumplings. And they loved it. But shortly after that, our other regular customers who were eating their burger and fries started looking over and saying, wait a second, can I have what they're having? So it ended up being that our Temperance Cafe on weekdays served your standard American fare, and on weekends became this budding Chinese restaurant. Now, why do I tell you this story about my mom? You see, my mom always went above and beyond. She did not need to offer Chinese food at Temperance Cafe. And if anything, it added way more work for her. But that was just the type of woman she was. In my own life, whenever I needed help, my mom always went above and beyond. When my children were born, she was the first person to raise her hand and say, we're coming up, we're staying as long as you need. And when she left, she would cook so much food, my freezer would be packed, and I didn't need to worry about food for weeks or even months at a time. And I guarantee you, through the stories that we'll share today, we're going to see that theme resonate over and over again of my mom going above and beyond. Okay, let me share one final story about my mom. And this is the story about her annual Friends Christmas party. So after our stint in Saskatoon, my dad got a job in North Carolina in the year 2000, and our family relocated. I didn't think much of the move at the time because we moved around so much growing up. And I never would have guessed that 25 years later, my parents would lovingly call North Carolina their home. I think what made North Carolina so special for my parents were all the friends they made along the way. You see, we didn't have much family in North Carolina, so friends were our family. And especially around Christmas time, that was when my mom gathered everyone at our house. I'm not sure exactly when it started, but I know that each year her party grew larger and larger and larger, and it became quite the annual tradition. As I look in the room today, I can see many familiar faces who would have attended my mom's annual Christmas party. But just in case you didn't get a chance to go, let me give you a visual. So imagine on December 24th, you walk up to our house. The first thing you're going to be greeted with on our porch and inside the front door are a huge pile of shoes. Because, of course, we all take off our shoes when we come in. The next thing you're going to notice is that there are people everywhere, including our living room that no one ever sat in except for that one day a year. You turn the corner and there are just dish upon dish upon dish of my mom's amazing food that she's cooked for all of us to eat. And throughout the evening, there are dance performances and songs and games of white elephant and just merriment all around. So, why do I tell you this story? Well, you see, that party personified everything that my mom loved. She loved nothing more than having family and friends close by with good food to eat, with singing and dancing and laughing and having a good time. Today, there's a sadness in the air because my mom is no longer here with us. But at the same time, I believe she would have wanted us to carry that spirit forward of her party and everything it meant to her in our own daily lives. So again, thank you all for being here to celebrate the life of my mom. Thank you.
Thank you, Jonathan, for your loving story. And the next speaker is Amy, Li Jin's daughter.
A little over a year ago, my mom, alongside my mother-in-law, read a verse at George and I's wedding. Never in a million years would I have imagined speaking at my mom's funeral so soon after. But I stand here in front of you all today, honored to share stories of love, support, and living to the fullest. My mom was our biggest supporter, whether it was cheering on my brother or I on at one of our races, being so patient with me while I tried on over 100 wedding dresses, always answering the phone when we called, or simply just bringing us cut up fruit after a long day. I could always count on looking over and seeing her smile and cheer us on. My mom was joyful, silly, and determined. In June 2023, we went to Iceland to celebrate my dad's retirement. My mom surprised us by doing many challenging hikes. It was such a wonderful trip, and looking back, I'm so glad we didn't wait to take it. In January 2024, George and I took mom and dad to Disney World. We did all 4 parks in one day. We were there from park open to close, over 30,000 steps that day. Mom was energetic, playful, and again surprised us by going on many rides. We had the best day together, and I will always hold these and so many other special memories close to my heart. Another thing about my mom was how nurturing she was. She loved being around kids. When my brother and sister-in-law had Jackson, my mom, also known as Nai Nai, built a special relationship with him. Whether it was FaceTiming and making silly faces or cooking delicious meals when they came to visit, she was the best Nai Nai. One of my favorite memories is when we asked Jackson who his best friend was, and he said Nai Nai and Yaya. Mom was also so happy when Blakely and then Kennedy joined the world. My heart hurts knowing she won't get to meet my future children, but I know she would have loved them with all her heart. A couple months ago, my mom told me she would always protect me and our family, even if it was from the sky, and I believe her. I believe she will be watching over all of us. My heart aches and I miss her so much, but I am trying to find comfort in knowing that she is no longer suffering. She fought so hard and I'm so proud of her. Thank you. and I'm proud of my family for fighting alongside her, especially for my dad's unwavering dedication in taking care of her. He was by her side every single day and showed us what unconditional love really means. My mom passed away with us by her side, knowing that she was so very loved, and we will forever remember how much she loves us. To conclude, I wanted to share how much my mom loved photos. When her and my brother moved from China to Canada, they weren't able to bring much with them, but Mom prioritized bringing family photo albums. Mom loved taking pictures, organizing them into albums, and she loved looking at them to reminisce on our adventures and memories. I put together some of these special memories to share with you all today. Thank you so much for being here, and thank you for your love and support.
I can hear the words you speak when the west wind whispers. I can hear your voice ring clear in the evergreens. Am I who you thought I'd be? Am I what you pictured? Did you have me standing here in your wildest dreams? Oh, just like a memory, you never left me. You just left too soon. I'll save you a seat next to me. You're always at the table. Hope you're proud of what you see. Watching with the angels. You're written in my soul. It's your blood that I bleed. Wherever you are, wherever I'll be, I'll save you a seat. Feel you in the rain that falls, or I still get shivers. Running like a family car down a Warford Day. Did you find Mom up there? Tell me, are you with her? I wonder if the ones who go miss the ones who stay. Oh, just like a memory, you never left me. You just left too soon. I'll save you a seat next to me. You're always at the table. Hope you're proud of what you see. Watching with the angels. You're written in my soul. It's your blood that I bleed. Wherever you are, wherever I'll be, I'll save you a seat. Keep your room like nothing's changed. Tried to love, but it's not the same. Not damn near broke when I met your name. You had to go, you couldn't stay. So I'll save you a seat next to me. You always at the table. Hope you're about what you see. Watching with the angels.
Thank you, Amy. Your words and the short video were deeply moving. Ms. Li Qin's kindness extended far beyond the family. She nurtured deep friendships that lasted through decades. We now invite several of her close friends to offer their remembrances and tributes. These are friends who loved with her, supported her, and now remember her with deep affection. So let's first welcome Mrs. Jane Cao, and followed by Mrs. Liu Yao and Mrs. Hong Haiping, and lastly, Mr. Yu Wenjin.
Sorry. 各位来宾，我们今天怀着沉痛的心情，聚在这里，一同缅怀我们亲爱的朋友李青。此刻站在这里，我的心中是充满悲伤的，因为满怀感恩。悲伤的是，我们永远失去了一位如此善良、真诚、令人敬佩的朋友。感恩的是，我有幸认识他、了解他，并与他一起走过了一段温暖而又无比珍贵的人生旅程。这些日子里，我经常不自觉地想起我们一起走过的那些时光，常常在不经意间落下眼泪。我很舍不得他就这样的离开了我们。我们还说好要一起去坐游轮、乘火车看沿途风景的。我认识李琴，还是在20年前的一个夏日傍晚。她刚走进门的笑容，陪在门口弯腰放东西的身影，至今我依然历历在目，仿佛时间定格。看到他的第一眼，我就觉得他特别亲切，有一种一见如故的感觉。几个月后，我们成了邻居，我们一起打牌、聊天、开 party， 在他家度过了一个又一个温馨的圣诞节。就像阿聪说的那样，圣诞节的时候，他不光给我们煮了很多美食，而且还领我们唱歌、跳舞、做游戏。有一年，我们还做了3鸡半，还有无数个傍晚，我们在小区并肩散步、聊天、看晚霞，留下了太多美好的回忆。我们也曾一同出游，去海边，去山里，去班夫和冰岛。 这些看似平凡的日常片段，如今回想起来，是如此的珍贵动人。亲爱的李晴，我永远不会忘记10年前的劳动节，我们在海边一起度假，遇到季风，那天夜里吹了一晚上的大风，第二天也是狂风暴雨，而你在 Airbnb 里边领着我们，你给我们大家做了一顿热气腾腾的手工拉面，那份温暖至今我难以忘怀，我想我们的孩子们也都还记得。我也不会忘记你曾说过，教育孩子要言传身教。从阿聪、Amy 的善良、孝顺，以及他们对家人的爱与付出中，我看到了你的影子，你的影响，你的爱。我更不会忘记你面对病魔所展现的坚强与乐观。就在1个月前，虽然你已经无法起身，但是当音乐响起，你依然微笑着在床上伴着旋律起舞。那一刻，我深深的被你感动，也更加钦佩你从容而豁达的人生姿态。亲爱的李晴，谢谢你这些年来对我像亲妹妹般的关爱、指引与包容。你和方明就像是我的大哥大姐一样，你给予我的温暖、鼓励与陪伴，将永远珍藏在我心中。从今往后，天堂里多了一位善良勤劳、热情真诚、开朗明朗的大姐。姐，愿你在天堂安息无忧，一路走好。
一起看我背着包包，还是去年你从佛罗里达回来的时候给我带回来。你没走远，李琴，你去哪儿了？你总是问我最近有什么八卦吗？我告诉你，真的有个八卦。他们说你走了，我多么希望这就是个八卦呀！回首差不多30年前，我们在萨斯卡通相遇，一见如故，我们很快就成为了好朋友。在寒冷的冬天，我们生活处处有温暖，夏天的大蚊子也没有阻止我们享受户外的快乐。还记得你给我烫头发，那是我第一次刘海。在异国他乡，我们先后经营过洋餐馆，2个姊妹店用的是同一个麦钮。那个时候，我们总是会相互交流洋餐的做法，学习了很多很多。在经营的过程中，也有一些小插曲。有一天，你看见你的雇员把钱装到自己的口袋里了，你吓得急忙给我打电话，不知道该怎么办。 也不敢当面揭穿他。看到他偷喝瓶装的饮料，你被吓得偷偷躲到一边去，怕他被他看见，让我感觉到你的善良不光是对朋友。2000年的4月份，我们全家搬到了北卡。你们对北卡的喜欢远远超过了萨斯卡通，这给我也种了草。后来社平开始找工作，我们的首选就是到北卡，因为你们在这儿。很幸运，他很快就得到了 offer， 然后自己在这里先工作，住在你们家里3个月。他享受了很多的美食，特别是他喜欢的面食。等到他12月底回萨斯卡通接我们的时候，我发现他胖了，我就知道你没有亏待他。2000年底，我们一家都搬到了北卡，因为有你们在这里，我们到了以后没有陌生感。那些年，我们经常在一起 party、打牌、唱歌、聊天，还经常一起钓鱼。几天不见，我们都会互相打电话问候一下。虽然都是平常的日子，但我们一起很快乐。还记得社平那年被lay off了，你知道了以后，第一个打电话问候。当时你说别着急，如果经济有困难就告诉我，虽然我们不是多有钱，但需要帮助我们还是可以的，你知道吗？这句话一直温暖着我，让我感觉到了一直有亲人在身边。你们来到我们家的时候，我总是说亲戚来了，这是心里话。1年前，当我听到你生病的时候，真的崩溃了。希望这是误诊。面对疾病，你的坚强，你的乐观，你的微笑，你的舞姿，感染着身边的朋友们。你们一家人的温情，让我们看到了什么是夫妻间的真情，什么是儿女的孝顺。你还培养出一个赖大厨，掌握了很多的生活技能。谁说你走了？看见阿素，看见艾米，我就像看见了你。他们就是你生命的延续，只是因为在人群中多看了你一眼，再也不能忘记你的容颜。梦想着偶然能有一天再相见，想你的时候你在天边，想你的时候你在眼前，想你的时候你在脑海，想你的时候你在心田。李琴，你就是我们的传奇，从未走远。
First of all, I should say sorry for those who do not understand Chinese, but we feel we speak with Chinese is more personal and more close and more can express our feelings today. 今天我们怀着无比沉痛的心情，缅怀相识30余年的大姐、朋友以及周末一起散步的队友李琴。回想起我们相识的日子，仿佛就在昨天。那时我们在加拿大萨省初次相遇，虽然相处的时间不算太长，但她的善良、真诚、开朗的性格早已深深地烙印在我们心里。李琴总是以她那温暖的爱心感染着我们身边的每一个人。记得2001年春夏之交，我来到北卡 BASF 面试 面试结束的当晚，李晴和方明便热情地邀请我到他们家做客。李晴亲手为我准备了一桌西北风味的拉面和家常菜，用满满的热情欢迎我。饭后还特意开车带我参观附近的学区和住宅，甚至逛到了 RTP 的豪宅区。一路上我们谈笑着，憧憬着，如果我能留在 RTP 的话，未来我们可以一起吃喝玩乐。后来我们全家搬来北卡时，由于家具还没有用到，这位善良细心的大姐又把她家的桌椅借给了我们应急，还帮忙安排了临时的住处。那时候我二女儿欣欣才刚满1岁，我们有时候临时有事外出，李晴也总是热心的帮忙照看她。那些温暖的画面至今仍历历在目，仿佛就在昨天。我们也信守了当初的约定，在 RTP 20多年的岁月里，我们一起走过了无数的春夏秋冬，每年都有大聚小会，平日里电话微信更是从未间断。尤其是在我独自回加拿大工作的1年里，李晴常常打了微信电话，关心我的生活，陪我聊天，帮我缓解了异乡的孤独。近几年来，大概8年左右，我们还组建了周末散步群，李晴是其中最积极的参与者。我们边散步边分享旅行的趣事，孩子们的成长点滴，周末的相聚早已成为我们彼此生活中不可或缺的一部分。自从李晴生病后，散步群里少了许多欢声笑语，我们一次次的盼望奇迹能出现，盼望她早日康复归来。然而最终等来的却是她永远的离去。李晴，感谢你带给我们的所有美好，愿你在另一个世界安好，愿天堂里没有病痛，只有幸福与宁静，你永远活在我们心中。
和大家一样，心情站在这里，心情非常非常的沉重。但是我还是想用一个比较轻松的姿态一种方式来怀念我们的可爱的李晴，我们永远的李阿姨。我认识李晴可能是除了他们家在这儿，除了他们家人以外最长的了。昨天我算了一下，34年。1991年我刚到加拿大留学，非常有幸的跟着方明选了1门课，这样就结识了他们家。有意思的是，以后我太太来了以后，还竟然跟李晴又在一个工厂打工。时间飞快，方明他们远转美国、加拿大。10年以后，我因为有了新的工作，到了 RTP 这个地方，才发现这原来不是方明、李晴家人也在这儿吗？我们国岳父当时的赖氏家族，大赖、小赖，大赖就是赖方明，小赖我们称为赖方文，今天也来了，都先天比我更先一步来到了 RTP 这个神奇的地方，所以这就是缘分，真是缘分就把我们拉到了一起。当时我刚到这个地方的时候，因为我太太还在加拿大继续读书，所以呢，我一个光棍儿，然后也还没有自己的房子，想了半天，最后就在李晴家硬撑住了半年，整整半年时间。这半年里啊，李晴家对我的特别好，就像自己家人一样。 他们家举个例啊，他每天啊就想办法给我做我喜欢吃的东西。他是北方人，他们是北方人，我们南方人。他们家本来平时不怎么喝汤的，但是这个因为我喜欢，所以李青几乎每天都会熬热腾腾一锅汤给我们晚上。还有呢，就是说他有时早上嘛，还做一些工艺非常复杂的这种煎蛋饼，对西式的饼给我们吃，所以对我呢特别的好。所以我当时啊就说就戏称他说你是我的李阿姨。这个后面我才知道，除了我在他们家承住而外，还有另外的朋友来了也在他们家承住过，所以他对这个朋友啊，那真是哥们儿一样的亲，特别的好。再一个我想分享的是，李琴啊，我知道他刚才阿聪也讲了，他们如何的艰辛在加拿大自己办餐馆啊这一类的，但他到了美国以后吧，他虽然没有再出门去打工，但是我可以说，他绝对是我认识的会持家的，特别持家的好的一个 CEO。那时候我知道阿聪和艾米啊两个还在读书的时候，一家人4个人就靠方面一个人打工挣钱，但是你到他们家里去啊，你就感觉不到一点情他把家里做得井井有条，家里总是充满着温馨和爱。还有一件事情呢，说了他们家人呢，我想起一件，可能大家都有这个感同，他们家somehow就特别的亲，一家人，特别的温暖。他们2个孩子，我知道李琴有时间也是非常严厉的。我记得他跟我们分享个故事，有次阿聪把头发染了，然后他特别狠，说一定你得把头发给我染回去，兄弟。但是他对2个孩子啊的兴趣爱好，他的学习给了非常大的自由度，非常宽的空间，就是给一种关爱，没有过多的干涉他们的自己的兴趣爱好，而且呢就是一种爱。我举个例啊，我记得当时艾米他们从 FS 搬到 Kerry 的时候，因为艾米有好多好朋友在学校里面，这样离开了以后，所以就说比较情绪是比较低落吧。这当妈的，她本来原来是从来不喜欢家里说养个什么宠物之类的，但是她为了她的女儿啊，给女儿更多的安慰，更多的快乐，她就依然就买了条小狗，来陪伴这个艾米。但有意思的是，她虽然原来是从来不爱小狗，当这个小狗带了他们家以后吧，可能没陪到艾米几天，因为艾米每天上学，这个艾米整天就成了她的闺孙子，天天来自称来狗来的吓的，所以她就是这样一个，确确实是很好的一个女主妇、妻子、妈妈，值得我们大家学习。艾米大家李琴啊，大家刚才都谈到这一点，他是给人带来温暖、快乐的人，他心情开朗，他绝对是我们朋友间的开心果。说实在的，哪里有他，哪里就有欢笑。记得3年前，我们几家人，包括方明家、庆东家，我们到加拿大东部去做 cruise 去游玩。我们到了一个海边的时候，下了船到海边，一个沙滩上在那玩。他突然神秘兮兮把我叫来说，叫我把手撑上，他要给我个好东西。我正在期望说给我什么好东西的时候， 他啪的一下，给我扔出一个干盘鞋出来的干盘鞋，散在我手上，吓得我大叫一声。但是也就是大家一直开怀大笑。所以他这种事情呢，我想大家都知道了，多了，经常搞点小怪，给大家带来欢乐。所以我说吧，他就是一个哄着我们大孩子开心的这么一个阿姨。而且呢，李琴呢，她特别喜欢交朋友。正因为处事啊，包括今天在座的朋友来看得到，就说他的朋友来自遍天下，我说，包括春林、左邻右舍、方明的同事，然后还有些这个平时一起走路的朋友，他总有那么一种凝聚力。所以呢，经常张罗大家一起 party， 一起去旅游。我记得特别是在这个疫情之前，几乎我们每年的圣诞都是在他们家度过。那时候朋友在一起呀，大家欢乐呀，然后而且李琴呢，他的鬼点子特别多，所以呢，总会组织大家搞点游戏、表演节目。大家其乐融融，我们非常怀念这些好时光。非常不幸，李琴就这样离开了我们。但是他的人格魅力、他的欢乐、他的乐观，都一直在我们的心里。会永远伴随着我们，所以李琴，永远的李阿姨，你好着，谢谢大家。
Thank you to all who have shared these loving stories today. Your words have painted a rich and heartfelt portrait of Mrs. Li Qin. And now, with love and gratitude, we welcome Mr. Lai Fangming, her devoted and beloved husband, to offer his farewell and words of thanks on behalf of the family.
My wife left this world at 2:30, July 16th, 2025. She passed away peacefully because she must know our presence and love surrounding her. It's so hard to accept that she is no longer with us. So I have started to believe she must have gone for a trip by herself. To get ready for her trip, I found her favorite hat for traveling and put it beside her. She will not be lonely or suffering on this trip because she knew her loving family and friends are thinking about her all the time. I would like to take this opportunity to thank friends who have offered their help and support during my wife's battle against brain cancer in the past year. You have brought us comfort, support, and love during this time. Thank you so much, sincerely. Now I'm going to say rest in Chinese. 陪伴了我43年的妻子已经走了，时间定格在2025年7月16日下午2点30分。 他走得很平静和安详，因为他知道爱他的家人就在他身边。我不知道如何承受他的离去，我想他一定是独自一人去旅行了。我找到了那顶他旅行时常戴的帽子，放在了他身边。他的这次旅行一定没有孤独和痛苦，因为他知道爱他的儿子、儿媳、女儿、女婿、可爱的孙子和2个孙女，当然还有我，还有他的朋友们，时刻都在惦记着他。在这里，我要感谢李晴和我的朋友们，在这1年里，是你们给予了我们全家深深的关爱和无私的帮助，谢谢大家。下面，我读一段李晴写的笔记作为结束。今天是2024年8月31日，晴天，星期六。我今天很高兴，因为一大早方明带我出去走路，这是每天早晨我最期盼和开心的时刻。最近很多朋友给我轮流做饭送饭，非常感谢他们每一位，我在心里感谢他们每一位。希望我的家人及朋友们每一位都要健健康康。谢谢大家。
Thank you, Fengming. And thank you to everyone who has shared their memories and hearts with us today. As we prepare to bring this memorial service to a close, we will now present a video tribute created by longtime friends of Li Qin, a celebration of her life through images and music.